I wonder if this newly uncovered patent from Nintendo is the Switch 2 we've all been hoping for. But let's break this all down. Up next. What up guys, this is Kalo and I'm here to give you the lowdown on all things gaming. And if you're new here, feel free to subscribe to this channel for weekly video game news content. Drop a like on the video and welcome to the Level Up. So before we get into today's news, I want to shout out the Twitch channel. Tomorrow I'm going to need your guys' help because we're going to complete the full Phasmophobia Halloween challenge. I'm pretty excited about this one and I can't wait to see you on the stream. Patents and the Switch 2 seemingly are going hand in hand in the headlines over the past few weeks. We've talked about various designs, tech specs, and looked over a few official patents right from Nintendo. And today is no different, because upon further digging, we might have just uncovered a rather interesting design for the Switch 2. Now again, before I show you guys these pictures, I want to stress the point that patents don't directly mean that this is the Switch 2. More or less, these patents highlight what they've been working on behind the scenes and what they've been experimenting with. And here it is. While at its core it just appears to be a DS clone, which in my opinion, I don't see anything wrong with that. I mean, why would you want to switch things up? Hey, that's mean. Alright, bad jokes aside. It looks like you do have the ability, at least right here, to flat out detach the top screen from the unit itself and rotate it. Now, I don't know the full reasoning behind this all, unless Nintendo is trying to push something like a hybrid between the Wii U and DS with this whole second screen experience. Also, looking at this design concept under a microscope, having two screens on the Switch 2 would be a pretty tricky thing from a developer standpoint. I would be led to believe you wouldn't have access to that second screen while in docked mode. So if you're able to remove that screen from the initial unit, you could turn that into a small gamepad. Now, speculation aside, I do think the fact that Nintendo is messing around with the dual screen concept is pretty fun for this console. And when looking at the current Switch model, it could be the next step. But I feel as if there's something bigger here. Let's not forget about Nintendo Switch Online. Now you're gonna scratch your head as to why I'm bringing the service up. While it does have its fair share of problems that absolutely need to be worked out by the next console, it is a one-stop shop for all things retro for Nintendo. We got N64 games, Game Boy games, Game Boy Advance games, but there's something missing here. Ah, that's right, consoles like the DS, the 3DS, and hey, let's throw in the Wii U, are all missing from the service right now. So, in theory, a Switch 2 with a second screen can take full advantage of this, and give us a proper emulator for that era of Nintendo games. But again, I don't think Nintendo is looking for a way to port DS games as the basis for its next-gen console. But they've worked with dual-screen consoles in the past, and who's to say they won't give that a try this time around? Also, if you remember, a few weeks back, we talked about a gimmick that Nintendo would like to implement in this console, and it came in the form of augmented reality or just using a camera. And to that, I look even further back in Nintendo's past consoles to the DSi. And in case you don't know what it's like, I'll flash a picture right here in case you never heard of it. So at the very least, this could be somewhat of a very rough estimation as to what we're getting out of the Switch 2. And quite honestly, out of all the patents and rumors we looked at on this here channel, this is the one I'd be most excited about if in fact this was the Switch 2. I always said just give us a beefed up Switch. So in this instance, Nintendo would in fact be doing that, all while giving us a new way to play our games. But with all that being said, I'm gonna pass this question off to you guys. Would you be down for this design concept for the Switch 2? For me, I'm all for it. It seems like a fun design, and I really want to see if they implement Joy-Cons within this two-screen version. But that about does it here. I've been Kalo. I gave you the lowdown on all things gaming, and if you're new here, feel free to subscribe to this channel for weekly video game news content. Drop a like on the video, and this has been the Level Up.